Good day, mate. Rolling Thunder here. If you're interested in seeing how to suspend a canteen cup or a Stanley Adventure cook pot without drilling holes for a wire bail, then stick around, mate. Let's face it, the closest I'm going to get to the Outback is out back in the yard. I don't have any cool intros like Chris from Prepared Mind 101 or Brian from Living Survival. I don't have any, or excuse me, Ben from Living Survival. I don't have any disappearing animals like Brian on Survival on Purpose. No cool music like Aaron at Giddings Tactical or Suits from Sensible Prepper. And I don't live anywhere near as close to Going Gear as you do. My wife says that's a good thing. Now, Drew from Rev Hiker, I just don't have a fan base that can call in or send me video intros, so I don't have to do all that myself. But I do want to thank you all for the reviews that you do, and you've been a help to me and a blessing to me, and I know a lot of others. Keep doing what you guys do. It's appreciated. Now, to the matter at hand. I do want to thank Sean, the Silver Fox, out of the UK for his ideas on putting a wire bail on the Nalgene Diet Design stainless steel bottles. There's an example of it. It works very well. You guys can look for the video. It's an excellent idea. It's always on there. You're not going to lose it. It works great. Now, Mike from MCQ Bushcraft, you had an excellent idea on doing a wire bail on a cup, any kind of round cup that's got a lip on it, and I'll demonstrate that again so you guys can see it. But that was an excellent video. I recommend that you guys go check that out. It was a very good idea, and that's another one that stays on your cup. Now to the matter at hand. There's a young man I know that decided to go on a quick backpacking trip. He grabbed an old Whisper Light backpacking stove and was going to cook in his canteen cup. The only problem was the 3-point suspension on the Whisper Light stove is too far apart for him to balance the canteen cup on there. So he was going to just start a fire, but the state park he was in had a fire ban going on because of dry conditions. So he had to sit there and hold his cup over the backpacking stove until it boiled. That got real old real fast. But I had gone through Walmart to the fishing department, and I picked up some of these stainless steel leaders. After having used this cable from Home Depot, I thought maybe these would be good on the Stanley cook pot. And when I looked at the load rating on these, those little skinny wires are rated at 30 pounds. So I thought that would be great. And I was able to pull the snap off of the short ones and put them on the other end of the long ones, so there was a snap on each end. And I drilled 2 holes in my Stanley cook pot here and was able to clip those on and have a little wire bail. But then I saw the videos from Manland and Parker Ridges. The one where they say about not drilling holes in your cook pots. And all I could do was hang my head in shame. But then I did think of a way to get around this. I'll start with the canteen cup. Now, I tried this with just the cable, and it didn't work so good. So I got a piece of, you could use either coat hanger wire or get some 16 gauge wire from the home center. The tools you'll need are a pair of wire cutters heavy enough to cut the coat hanger, and a pair of long nose pliers, or needle nose pliers. You want to take one end and twist a little loop in the end of it, hold it on the cup and bend it around so you'll end up with the loops on the opposite sides. Oops. Now it's not going to be symmetrical because of the shape of the cup, but as long as the loops are opposite each other, it'll be alright. Then you take some stainless steel wire. This is surf strand fishing wire from American Fishing Wire. Now this is rated at 30 pounds. It's awful thin. It looks like copper because they call it camouflage. But it fits just, I might have that on backwards here, hold on. Alright, that looks a little better. You run this through the loops and you crimp it together so you have a loop of wire. That's not going to look right either way. Alright. Okay, I know why this comes from this one. Nope. Alright, let's quit mucking around here. There we go. So you have one loop, you have the heavy wire around one side, and you have part of the loop of the fishing wire on the other. And that allows you to hang your canteen cup. Now the more weight that's in the cup, the tighter this is going to squeeze together and keep things under control. So that's the way you can hang your canteen cup over the fire should the need arise. Now, I did think of another way to do this too. Basically using two pieces of either the coat hanger or the 16 gauge wire, and you make the piece with the loops, and then you make another piece with a little right angle and then the loops. And you can take this and clip it into place, and that'll give you two places to attach either a wire bail, or you could use some paracord or whatever you needed to, and that can stay on your canteen cup. It doesn't interfere with the operation of the handle, so you can use either method with the canteen cup. Now, it'll also work with either style canteen cup. Here's the style with the butterfly handles. And that works just as well. So either way, you've got a method to hang your canteen cup. Now, getting back to the Stanley cook pot, I'm going to demonstrate on the coffee can here. Well, let me back up. When I make the crimp in this loop where you have two ends coming together, I'll demonstrate this with two pieces of paracord here, and these two pieces of straw are going to simulate my crimping sleeve. I hope I can get them through here enough. But you'll feed both of the ends of the wire through two crimping sleeves, And then what I like to do is I'll take the end and I'll double it back, and I'll make a little loop here, and then I'll pull the sleeve, I'll pull the end of the wire to kind of cinch that loop down, and I'll do the same with this one. And when you pull those loops so they're small, they kind of lock into place, and then you can slide the two crimping pieces close together and you crimp each one. So each loop has a double crimp, and the end of the wire, which can fray and stick you in the finger or get up under a fingernail, they're both pointing at each other in between these two crimps, so it keeps it out of the way and keeps it a little bit safer for youngsters. Okay, coffee pot. Now what I'm going to do is simulate the crimp with a couple pieces of duct tape here, with Gorilla Tape. Okay, you'll take one end of the wire and loop it around. Okay, you loop it around like that and crimp it into place, and you can see where I took the end and doubled it back underneath the crimping sleeve. Then you take the long end of the wire, estimate how much you're going to need for a bail, and then wrap it around again, and you're going to crimp a second loop back here. And again, I'm going to double it back here, and I'm going to clip this, and then you clip off your excess like that. Okay, and this black piece of tape represents another crimped loop. Now, you want these snug enough so they're not going to slide over the lip on the cup, but you want them loose enough so you can slide them back and forth. And then what you can do is you can slide it around, and it snugs up that loop so it keeps it close down on the cup. And then when you want to use the bail, you just rotate your loop around and pick the bail up and keep moving this around until your two crimps are opposite each other so it's centered. And then you have a bail for your cup. So this is a cup that I've actually done that to, only this wire is so small you can't hardly see it on the video. But there you can see the wire suspending the cup, and then when you're done using it in that manner, you just rotate your loops around, and it snugs up that bail and keeps the wire out of the way. And that's a style that you could do with the Stanley cook pot. You can do both styles. You could use a setup like with the canteen cup. that's not the one I made for that. There it is. There we go. You could use this style and clip it into place. And you have something to suspend it that way. Or you could go ahead and put something on this style, and then you'd be able to slide the loops around and keep it out of the way when you're not using it, just like on this cup. So either one that you want to try, both of them will work, and you won't have to make the mistake and drill those holes in there like I did. But Manland, here's to you. I paid for my lifetime membership in the Green Cup Club. And I will enjoy that membership and all rights and responsibilities from here on out. And also to the Green Cup Society. Now, my favorite drink would be root beer and a little bourbon. You don't have to hold your pinky out quite as straight as when you're drinking wine. And I first found this, I believe it was at the Outback. So if y'all have any questions, please feel free to put in any comments or contact me by private message if you so desire. I hope you enjoyed this video. And Chris, if you heard the lawnmower in the background, I understand your pain. I feel your pain, man. Thank you, and God bless.